It's almost Halloween and I have a whole lot of Halloween charms. Hi, my name's Carol. Welcome to my channel where I show you how easy jewellery making can be. I have a whole pile of Halloween charms, so what better to do than make a Halloween charm bracelet. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to show you how I do it, walk you step by step through the process and talk about everything you need to make this. What I have in front of me is a toggle clasp. I have my Halloween charms, and you can see I've got 7 of them, different colours and sizes and different charms. I have 16 6mm jump rings, and I've got some Rolo chain. Now obviously I've got too much here for my bracelet, but I'm going to show you how to measure your wrist and how to cut it. As well as that, you're going to need 2 pairs of flush cutters, and you will need a tape measure. The first thing I'm going to do is measure my wrist. So I'm taking my tape measure, and if I measure it around where I normally would wear a bracelet, it's probably about 16 to 16.5 centimeters. So if I think about my chain and I take 16 centimeters, so that's that long, and I was to put that around my wrist, what I would find is it was really tight. So obviously I need to make it so that it has a little bit of give. Now I also need to take into account my toggle clasp, and my clasp will take up about 2 centimeters. So if I was to take 16 centimeters and add 2 centimeters, that is about an 18 centimeter chain, and I'm actually quite happy with that. But to test it, I'm going to show you how to test it to make sure it's the right size. So I've got this piece of wire here, and it's just an old head pin that's all bent out of shape, and I'm going to take my 18 centimeters. I'm going to just put my piece of wire through the link at 18 centimeters, just so that I know where it is, and I'm going to fold that wire over just like that. Now I'm going to take my chain and wrap it around my wrist and kind of meet up where that head pin is there. And I can tell that that's about the right size. So if I make my bracelet that size, it will fit me. So remember, my bracelet measured, my wrist measured 16 centimeters, and I have 2 centimeter toggle clasp. So I need to therefore cut my chain at 16 centimeters, so 18 minus 2. Now I'm actually not going to cut my chain, I'm actually going to open one of the links, but I'm going to measure it first to make sure I get the right measurement, and I would err on the side of larger rather than smaller if you're at all in doubt. So I'm actually going to go with the link that is 16.5 centimeters, and I'm picking it up there with my pliers, and you can see that the cut in the link is at the top here, and what I'm going to do is grab it on either side with my chain nose pliers and pull it apart just like that. So now I have my piece of chain, and when I add my toggle clasp to it, it will be the right length. And I'm going to add my clasp first so that I can test it. And to do that, I'm going to take a jump ring and my toggle clasp and pop it on, and pop the end of my link of my chain on. Then I'm going to grab my other pliers and close it up. Just like that. So that's what I have now. And I'm going to do the other end. I'm actually going to put 2 jump rings on this end. Whoops. Nope. Put 1 jump ring on first and close it up. And then I'm going to put another jump ring on. And I've just realised, I think I said 16 jump rings, you need 17. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put my clasp on. Silly me. Let's undo that and pop the end of the clasp on. And now do it up. busy thinking, counting jump rings in my head, that's why. All right, so now if I put that chain on, it should be about right. And the reason I'm using a toggle clasp for this as opposed to a lobster clasp or anything like that is because a toggle clasp is really good for making bracelets because they're easier to do up. So that feels about right for me for a bracelet. Now I did add that extra ½ centimetre, so I could potentially take that off if I felt that that was too large. Now you'll notice that I added 2 jump rings to my toggle clasp instead of just 1, and the reason I did that is because if I was to only add 1 jump ring, this wouldn't sit right. It would actually be sitting up over here, and so it just would sit kind of popped up. So there you go, there's my bracelet. Now I'm going to add my charms. So the first decision I need to make is where I'm going to lay out my charms, how I'm going to attach them. And I've got 3 black ones, so I think I'll put 1 on either end, and I'll put 1 on in the middle, and now it's just a matter of balancing out the other ones. Now that doesn't look right because I've got all my orange at one end and all my white at the other, so I'm going to switch out that one and that one. Oops, he's upside down. So what I've done here is I've got the black ones, as I said, on either end, and then I've got these 2 which are similar size, and then these 2 are similar size, and that works really well. It gives it a balanced look. The next thing I'm going to do is attach my center charm, and I'm going to do that using my head pin that I have still attached to my chain. So I'm just going to unattach it from my chain. So what I want to do is find the center link, and I'm going to just pick up the one that I think it is with my jump ring, with my head pin, and you can see there that is about the center of the chain, but it's not really, because I've got the jump ring there. So I'm going to move it across 1. Okay, so that's a little better, but I've got an uneven number of links, so it doesn't really matter if it's not 100% perfect, because you can see here this is actually a jump ring. But my toggle clasp is in about the right place, so that is the center of my bracelet. So using that as a guide, I'm just going to leave that there for a minute, and I'm going to take one of my jump rings. Now you'll notice that I've already opened my jump rings, and the reason I did that is because it makes it easier. I don't need to put things down to open and close my jump rings. So I've popped my jump ring onto my charm onto my jump ring. Now I'm going to find that piece where I had where the center was, which I have just lost. You can also do it this way, and pop that on. Now taking my other pair of pliers, going to close up my jump ring. Oops. If you haven't used jump rings before, I will leave a link in the description box below for a video all about jump rings. So you can see here that my charm is attached to my chain quite nicely, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a second jump ring, and the reason for that is, well, there's 2. One, it gives me an extra level of security, but also it actually is more in line with this heavy chain that I'm using. So I'm going to take my jump ring and pop it through the front of the charm and up through the back, that same end up through the back of the chain. And I'm closing it up. Make sure you don't link the other jump ring into that jump ring. So that's what I have now. Don't you think that looks a bit more balanced with the 2 jump rings? I do. All right, now I'm going to lay it down at this point, because I need to see how I've attached that one to the chain, because as you can see, this chain, the links one goes that way and one goes that way, and I need to make sure that I attach them to the links that go the same way, otherwise they won't sit the same. I think I'll do my end ones next, get rid of that, And so taking my jump ring and popping on my end charm, just the same way. And if I'm holding up my chain straight, I can see that. So this link goes around and so does this one. So I'm actually going to add it to this one. Or I could add it to the jump ring. So there's a choice to be made, and I think I'll add it to that first jump ring. So there it is on, and I'm going to put another jump ring on just like before. Getting the jump rings, the two jump rings through the charms can be a bit of a challenge. And just closing it up. Okay. So there's my charm on that end, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Now you do need to make sure when you put on your charms that they are facing the same way. So it's best to lay it down between each addition of your charm, just to make sure that you're getting them all working right. So you untwist your chain, lay it out straight, and make sure that they're all hanging the same way. Just a double check. I'll put my bat on next, and this time I am actually going to put them on the link rather than on the jump ring, because that will give me enough space. I don't want the two charms hanging too close together. So through the front of the charm and the back of the link, just like that. So there you go, there it is on there, and I'm going to put on that second jump ring. Now I will go back after I've finished and make sure that all my jump rings are really well closed as well. Okay, now just as I said, laying it down between each addition just to make sure that you're putting it on in the right place. There we go. Stretching out the chain. Alright, now I'm going to space these two just evenly along the chain and add them in exactly the same way. Now I have all my charms on. I've already put my clasp on, so my bracelet is done. Wasn't that quick? It was actually really quick and easy to make. Just remember that when you put your charms on, you need to stretch out your chain and put the charms on the link facing the same way, because otherwise they won't hang nicely. I really hope you've enjoyed making this Halloween charm bracelet with me today. If you have, give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and of course ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new tutorial. If you want to make the necklace that I'm wearing, this Bones and Daggers necklace that I made last week, I'll leave a link in the description box below and a card up the top, so you can make this one as well. You'll be all decked out for Halloween with your necklace and your bracelet. Also, check out our Facebook page and our Instagram, keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.